Good morning, everyone. I hope you're well and very well rested also. Welcome to our reading comprehension lesson, and we're going to continue with character description. The ally today is to understand the language in a character description text. Let's begin by running through our normal routine. So first of all, do you have a pencil or pen and paper? And use the pause button whenever you need to. Let's continue. So we have a text here, and the reason the text is here is that you have some questions that you need to answer after reading the text. I'm going to read the text to you. I'm going to show you 3 questions that you can try and answer as I read the text. Wonder Woman is a caring, competitive superheroine, but many people do not know that her real name is Diana, daughter of the Greek god Zeus. Wonder Woman is known as the amazing Amazon angel. That's good alliteration, isn't it? Amazing Amazon angel. As a member of the Justice League, she defends peace and equality. She has superior strength and superhuman agility. In addition to this, she uses her incredible invisible plane to propel like a rocket into outer space. Wonder Woman's costume is red and blue with stars on it, as it was inspired by the American flag. Right, I think we've read enough so far. So what is Wonder Woman's real name? If you choose one of those names, it means that you'll be able to find that name in the text. So check in the text. Which of the following powers does Wonder Woman have? Choose 2. The key word in that question would be powers. What powers does Wonder Woman have? So, sight, superior strength, stretchy limbs, superhuman agility. Once again, if you select 2 answers from there, you should also be able to find those answers in the text. So be very vigilant, as they say. Write your answers down and then check. Make sure they are definitely the correct answers. And the third question, Wonder Woman uses her incredible invisible plane to propel like a rocket to another country, another planet, outer space. Yet again, if you have a specific answer, you should be able to find that answer in the text. These are all literal questions, so answers can all be found in the text. Okay, I'll show you the final 2 questions, and I will read on. So you can look at those 2 questions, and as I read, or you may read with me, or after me, or before me, and then locate the answer that you need. Her powerful golden lasso is her primary tool because it forces her enemies to tell the truth. On her wrists she has metal indestructible bracelets so she can deflect any bullets or weapons. To many people's surprise, she is trained in mastery hand-to-hand combat, yet she prefers to avoid conflict and battles. Unfortunately, Wonder Woman would lose all her powers if her bracelets were ever tied together. Wonder Woman has faced a number of enemies over the years. Some of her evil enemies are Greek gods, while others are those who want to hurt and then destroy the environment. Okay, so question number 4. What would happen if Wonder Woman's bracelets were ever tied together? Well, bracelets, once again, keyword. Find it in the text. Read around the word bracelets. So remember, you're scanning for that, or skimming, I should say. So choose one of the answers below. And yet again, your answer should appear in the text. These are all literal questions. Many of Wonder Woman's enemies want to destroy the universe, the planet, their environment. Choose your answer. Okay, I'm going to count to 5 and we're going to mark the work that you have done so far. So So number 1, Wonder Woman's real name, Diana. Number 2, which of the following powers does Wonder Woman have? Superior strength and superior agility. You would have been able to see those in the text. Superior agility, superior strength. Wonder Woman uses her incredible invisible plane to propel like a rocket to, and if you chose outer space, you'll find your answer here, outer space. So it says here, to propel like a rocket into outer space. Number 4, what would happen if Wonder Woman's bracelets were ever tied together? Well, she would no longer have her powers, and you would be able to find that answer in the text. So always scan for your answer. And finally, many of Wonder Woman's enemies want to destroy, and it's down here. The key word in that is destroy, and enemies. So we've got here evil enemies, destroy the environment. So there you go. How did you do? Did you get 5 out of 5? 4 out of 5? And if you got 3 out of 5, just need to learn a very simple skill. If you choose an answer, check in the text that you can find your answer in the text, because these are all literal questions. Let's move on. So this week, the big focus is, on Friday, you're going to write a character description. And today and yesterday, you've had examples of character descriptions. So you will be able to magpie some of the ideas that you pick up today, yesterday, and tomorrow, and Thursday, ready to write something creative and imaginative on Friday. Because you have to think about the superheroes' adventure. What will their superpowers be? Who will they help? Will they defeat their evil nemesis? That'll be completely up to you. So keep magpieing ideas as you discover them. Well, we've just read a part of this, so rather than go over it again, we can skip it because you know it. But if you want to read it, press the pause button, read it, and then continue when you're ready. So I'm going to look at the second part. So on her wrist, she has metal indestructible bracelets, so when she can she can deflect any bullets or weapons. To many people's surprise, she is trained in mastery hand-to-hand combat, yet she prefers to avoid conflict and battles. Unfortunately, Wonder Woman would lose all her powers if her bracelets were ever tied together. Wonder Woman has faced a number of enemies over the years. Some of her evil enemies are Greek gods, while others are those who want to hurt and destroy the environment. Okay, here's our word of the day, indestructible. In the text, we have it indestructible in this sentence. On her wrists, she has metal indestructible bracelets. So what does indestructible mean? We have some synonyms on the right-hand side. Unbreakable, sturdy, durable, could be hard-wearing, long-lasting, those types of words. So essentially, you can't destroy them. And then we have the antonyms for unbreakable, the opposites. Fragile, breakable, destructible, which essentially means you can destroy them. And what if we put indestructible in a different sentence? So we could have indestructible in this sentence. Some types of plastic are indestructible. We could put it in another sentence. Unfortunately, the glass dropped on the ground and they discovered it was not indestructible. So there you go. Some things are unbreakable, and some things are breakable. So let's move on. So here's our language focus. So key thing is learn to skim and scan to find the word or phrase on the text. That's very important. Remember, you have a keyword, key phrase. You can skim, only look for those certain things. Read the word or phrase carefully in the context of a sentence or paragraph. You have to make sure if a word's in a particular sentence, you understand what that word means in that context or in that sentence. Sometimes you put words in a different sentence and they could actually mean something completely different. Questions to think about: what is the author trying to say in this context? Well, indestructible wristbands essentially means Wonder Woman has wristbands that cannot be destroyed. That's what they're trying to say. But it also shows that she has some incredible powers based on her bracelets. And what is the author trying to achieve by using this technique? Well, if you're a superhero, you do need superhero powers as well as superhero gadgets. Things to remember: how to answer. Remember, read the question at least twice, just to check. Use the www. Who, what, where. Who's the main character here? What powers does Wonder Woman have? Where was she born, or where could she end up getting into trouble? Find the right pages section. So remember, if you read a question, make sure you look in the right paragraph or on the right page for the information. Skimming and scanning, we've spent a lot of time talking about that. If you know keywords or phrases, start searching for those specific words or phrases. And scanning means you're going to go over the whole text. You have to go much, much slower to locate information. And then you have to read around the information. Sometimes it's the answer you're looking for may not be in the sentence where the key word is. It may be just before or after. And then when you write down your answer, make sure you check. Is your answer correct? Does your answer make sense? Okay, now we have some activities for you to do. I'm going to read this paragraph and you have a question to answer. Which phrase has the author chosen to suggest that her lasso was the main way she defended herself? Which phrase has the author chosen? So lasso stands out to me, and defend. So I would say lasso is definitely a key word. So I'm going to read that paragraph. In addition to this, she uses her incredible invisible plane to propel like a rocket into outer space. Wonder Woman's costume is red and blue with stars on it, as it was inspired by the American flag. Her powerful golden lasso is her primary tool because it forces her enemies to tell the truth. So which phrase has the author chosen to suggest that her lasso was the main way she defended herself? So lasso, did you find it? Well, I think you'll have some idea of what the answer should be for that question. So shall we check it? Okay, so I highlighted lasso. Okay, and in the question, it's saying you need to, which phrase. So phrase is an important keyword. Suggest is an important keyword. Lasso, of course, is a keyword. And main way is a keyword. So if you find those words in the text, they could help you. So if you were searching for the word lasso, you would have come across the sentence. You can see the finger pointing to lasso. It really helps you to be searching in the correct place for your answer. So in this context, primary means of the highest importance and is therefore the main way she defends herself. So that's the main way she defends herself, and that's by using her golden lasso. Let's move on. Here's another question. In addition to this, she uses her incredible invisible plane to propel like a rocket into outer space. Wonder Woman's costume is red and blue with stars on, as it was inspired by the American flag. Her powerful golden lasso is her primary tool because it forces her enemies to tell the truth. So how does the simile help you to understand how Wonder Woman travels? So did you spot the simile? Remember our poetic devices? Well, you would have spotted it in the first sentence. Hopefully, because you would have been searching for a simile, and we know a simile has like or as in it. And the only thing that's mentioned about how she travels is the rocket. So how does the simile help you to understand how Wonder Woman travels? Well, let's have a look at what you could have done. Well, simile tells you you're looking for like. So, like a rocket into outer space. So therefore, it tells us that it suggests that Wonder Woman travelled very fast because it compares her to a rocket. So that's your answer for that question. How did you do? Were you able to answer that correctly? Right, let's move on. Now you have your own text. I'm not going to, sorry, your own questions. I'm not going to help you with these. You're going to use the text to locate your answers by scanning, selecting keywords. Remember, think about the 3 W's. When you write an answer, you need to think about, is it correct? Do I definitely have the correct answer? So refer or look in the text just to make sure. So the first question, what does the phrase, she defends peace and equality, suggest about Wonder Woman? What does the phrase, she defends peace and equality, suggest about Wonder Woman? A, she wants a world without conflict. B, she doesn't care about others. Or C, she wants to rule the world. Let's move on to the next question. Why does the author use the phrase superior strength and superhuman agility? Keywords in there, I think you will know which are the keywords or the key phrase. They will help you to locate your answer in the text. Number 3, how does the author show that Wonder Woman's bracelets are extremely important to her? So what does the author do? Bracelets, once again, is a key word. Number 4, what does the phrase a number of enemies suggest? So you'll find the word enemies, scan for it, and then you'll be able to locate the information you require. Remember, this is about checking in the text. It's not about trying to remember or guess. So make sure you use your basic skills of referring or checking in the text. Okay, here's number 5. What other name is Wonder Woman known by? Well, we already know that Wonder Woman is known by her real name, Diana. But what other name is she known by? Question 6. Who could the Justice League be? The Justice League are mentioned in the text. That's the key phrase, Justice League. Now, this is a more difficult question because you're not going to find the answer in the text. You have to read around that question. Think about it very carefully. Who are the Justice League? Okay, and Wonder Woman is a member of the Justice League, so who could the Justice League be? Number 7, is it a good idea that Wonder Woman tries to avoid conflict and battles? But once again, this is an inference question. You won't find the answer in the text. You have to think carefully about, now, why does Wonder Woman choose not to fight, not to get into battles? Is there a reason for that? Why is that a good idea? Or is it a bad idea? You need to think about that very carefully. And question 8, why would some of the Greek gods be Wonder Woman's enemies? That is strange because her father, Zeus, was the main Greek god. So why are there Greek gods not really wanting to be friendly towards Wonder Woman? Can you work that out? Once again, the answer's not in the text. It's an inference question. So read around it. You need to, what we call, read between the lines. Once again, when you're ready, email your work to yr3@grange.harrow.sch.uk. Bye for now. Speak to you tomorrow. Take care.